A very intriguing but paradoxical thing when it comes to our human beings and our lifespans is that we don't have a choice whether we're going to sacrifice or whether we're not going to sacrifice. Our whole human existence is constituted or revolves around this question: what are you going to sacrifice for? This is the kicker. You can never get out of the sacrificial paradox. Why? Well, you either sacrifice your present for the future, or you either sacrifice your future for the present. There is no way out of it. My peoples, there is no way out of it. You can't just do nothing, because if you don't do anything, you're going to sacrifice doing something. You're always going to sacrifice, always. So what does this mean? Well, it means that you have to sacrifice for the highest possible thing. Because why would you sacrifice for what? For hedonism? You're gonna sacrifice your future for your hedonistic pleasures. Think about this. Think about this. You're gonna sacrifice your whole future, and you're gonna sacrifice other people's wishes and so on for your own hedonic whims. Do you know what this means? Well, first of all, you're gonna be around tomorrow and next week and next month and next year. So you're gonna sacrifice all of that for what? For feeling good for 30 minutes. And you also, what about other people? You completely forgot about other people. Sacrificing for the short term doesn't work. My peoples, it doesn't work, and it never, ever, ever will. It will give you misery, it will burden your conscience, and it will make everybody around you despise you. You have to orient yourself to the highest possible thing over and over and over again until you hit the target. Sin literally means to miss the target. That is its literal translation. You're missing the target. You're missing the point of it. The point of it is not satiation. The point of it is sacrificing for the highest possible thing. Why do I have to sacrifice? Because there's no way out of it. Picture in yourself the highest possible thing that you can possibly conceive, that you can aim at, and then sacrifice every single thing that does not belong. You're gonna have to learn how to forsake everything, and that's the path to meaning. Here's a rule of thumb. If your life is not meaningful, you're not aiming at something high enough. Your life is never, ever meaningless if you're aiming at adventure, at truth, at transformation, at any of that. You can't be a true agent of life and to say that you are void of meaning. It's impossible. You have to connect yourself to life. But this goes back beyond my point. Sacrifice. Our transformation and destruction and everything comes from sacrifice. So what are you going to sacrifice for? That's the question that you're answering with your life, fundamentally speaking. You answer that with your whole life, with your whole intentions, with your whole actions, with your whole predispositions, with your whole tendencies, and so on. Here's a rule of thumb. If you have a whim, an impulse that says that you have to sacrifice your future for your short term, demolish it, abolish it, dispense with it. You don't need it. Everything that is for the short term, dispense with it. Urgent and important are not synonyms. If something is urgent, it's most likely not important. If you have the option to sacrifice your future for the present, never take it. And if you just understand this principle, your life is going to improve in such a magnitude that it will bring you such a blessing to you and to other people that you can't even possibly imagine. And here's another thing that I've apprehended. The more you study how unnecessary and even preposterous your hedonistic tendencies and proclivities are, the more you realize how much they are nonsensical. Why would you waste your whole potential, your whole possibility, your whole gift that you've been blessed by God, so to speak, for feeling good in the moment? You're gonna be alive in the next 3 freaking months. You're just gonna forget about all of that. You're gonna make your life miserable just so you can feel satiated in the present moment. Right. Think about how utterly nonsensical and ludicrous that is. So sacrifice all of that. Sacrifice all of it. You don't need it. You work for the long term. You're a human being. You're gonna be alive for an extended period of time, depending on your age, of course, but you get what I mean. You are working for the long term. You're working for yourself and for other people simultaneously, and you're not working for the short term. It was never about the short term. Why do you think discipline matters? Why do you think being humble matters? Because we're all working for the long term. And if you don't, well, bless you, man, but good luck in your life. Good luck to you, because you're gonna need it, and you're not gonna have luck on your side. You're certainly not gonna have luck on your side if you opt for hedonic gratification. Why? Because luck is when opportunity meets a possibility. Seneca said something analogous to that. The harder I work, the better possibilities I have to attaining luck in my own life. Luck follows those people who are actually ambitious and who actually want to help themselves and help other people for the broadest span of time, and forget about their short-term hedonic whims. Of course, you can win the lottery, but like, how many people have won the lottery and just burned all their money away? It doesn't work. It doesn't work. You play for the long term, and you're gonna have to sacrifice everything that doesn't belong. And you're not gonna be worried about sacrificing, because it's embedded in the structure of existence. If you focus at something, you are basically ignoring, not basically, you're literally ignoring absolutely everything else that is not in your peripheral vision, or you're ignoring your peripheral vision as well. You're only focusing at that tiny speck that you're focusing on. If you're working, the definition of work is a sacrifice. Why? If you work at something, then you're not working at anything else. That's a sacrifice. And if you are not continuously attending to the highest possible thing that you can sacrifice, then you're just wasting your time. You're literally wasting your time. So every single time that you are working towards something that is not valuable to you and to other people and so on, but primarily to you, given the fact that you're pursuing some profoundly meaningful goals and not something destructive, is wasted. Every single second is wasted that is not spent towards you accomplishing those most important tasks to you. Yeah, that's something to think about, man. But it's so invaluable to know, because we're scared of sacrifice and we don't understand it. It's just embedded. It's embedded in the nature of existence. Embrace it and sacrifice it for the highest possible thing that you can conjure up. Sacrifice everything that doesn't belong, man, and do what's indispensable. It's a path to greatness after all, and well, you can't go around it. You can't bend the fabric of reality, even if you desire to. Well, you can try and see where that's gonna end up. God bless you, and all the best. Thank you.